Hi there, it's me, Viv. I'm here to tell you about the thrilling tale about how a dinosaur from several million years ago almost ruined a rabbit's life. It will all make sense in a moment. Let us begin. Arthur brings up the subject about when people get carried away with things sometimes. With DW and the video game Hippo Hunt, and Francine with trying to make 100 baskets in a row. But those are only minor examples that are leading up to the main reason why Arthur is talking about the subject of knowing other people who get carried away with things sometimes, which happens to be his best friend, Buster Baxter, and his obsession with dinosaurs. We don't get an explanation to why he is obsessed with dinosaurs. He just is. And he's totally unfazed from the scary T-Rex in the movie. Arthur tries to tell us about where they are going on their class field trip on Wednesday, but he gets interrupted by his own fear. Mr. Rapper fills us in as he tells his class that they are going to Rainbow Rock State Park, where they all hunt for dinosaur fossils. Buster is so excited that he ends up killing his chair, temporarily. Wednesday arrives and they arrive at the state park. Buster goes all out on his classic paleontologist outfit and somehow talks Arthur into bringing his paleontologist tools that he has for some reason. It's never explained how Buster has all that stuff, why we never see them again on the ride home, and even why this doesn't give Arthur future back problems. I guess it will have to remain a mystery, because no one really cares about it. Moving on. They eventually get the chance to be amateur paleontologists without the need of all the stuff that Buster made Arthur bring. What a waste. But it did make a good joke. Instead, they get to hunt for fossils in the stream. Most of the kids don't have any luck, including Arthur and Buster. When it's time for a snack break before heading back to the school bus, Buster decides to keep looking. You know it's serious business when Buster denies food and soda. Arthur, in his own way, tells him that he's crazy. Arthur tries to make his point by picking up a random rock out of the water, which makes Buster go crazy for some reason, making Arthur nervous. Arthur ends up dropping the random rock back into the water and Buster dives after it. Then Buster starts throwing rocks at Arthur, making Arthur believe that he has gone nuts. But it all becomes clear to Arthur as Buster found the random rock that happens to be a random fossil, a leaf fossil of all things. Which is what Arthur assumes it to be until Buster yells at him about how stupid that idea is and tells Arthur that it's a footprint. Later, Buster learns that he can't take the fossil home with him and decides to pretend that he and Arthur didn't find one as they sneak the fossil out of Rainbow Rock State Park. Thankfully, the state park has poor security, and they both get away with it. When Buster gets home, he hides it in his room, but he isn't able to hide the guilt from what he has done from no one but himself. It gets so bad that he faints in class, temporarily killing his chair again, and gets a bad dream where the fossil police and the dinosaur don't know how to open doors. In the middle of the night, Buster rides his bike several blocks to Arthur's house while bringing the fossil with him. I don't know how he was able to do that without dropping it. Impressive. Buster throws pebbles at his window and he comes right down to see what he wants, which happens to be Buster wanting Arthur to keep the fossil. But Arthur wants nothing to do with it. It turns out the best option is to call the state park in the middle of the night. Somehow it's still open. Days after they brought the fossil back, they come back to visit it where it now has a nameplate, where it has Buster's and Arthur's names on it. High five! This is a great episode, and it's the first Buster episode of the series. Very cool. I like how this episode shows the ups and downs of Buster's and Arthur's friendship, showing them as real people who get under each other's nerves in different ways. I wish that they could have spent a little more time on Buster's guilt for bringing the dinosaur fossil home, as well as more time with Buster apologizing to the state park for what he did and whatnot, and the consequences that he faced. It all seems a little rushed, but it's hard to fit every important thing into an 11-minute episode and make it entertaining. They did a great job with the creation of this episode. I remember watching this episode when I was a little kid, around 4 years old. I especially remember it for the scary dinosaur parts with all the visuals and the scary sounds, and also the part with it was all a dream twist, with little me believing that this scene was really happening. Very scary for my 4-year-old mind to endure. And yet, I came back for more episodes. I must have really liked it back then to be able to overlook the scary parts. Anyway, Buster's Dino Dilemma is a great episode. One of my favorites of the series. That's my episode review. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!